Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel. You can see yesterday we had a nice dump on Nasdaq. We can see here QQQ was down almost 1.4%, S&P 500 0.6%, and BTC was also down. I will show you very soon. But here are the levels for today. You can see we came back into this buy zone. The lower we go, the better the buy, and we are here now. Now trying to bounce from here. And first target of this bounce could be around 23,500, and then the final target could be 23,600. Now I do want to mention uh, on NDX, if I go, there is a gap here. You can see here there was a gap. So and there's also a gap around 23,800. So I think at minimum, at some point from where we are, where we closed yesterday, we will probably go fill this first gap, which is around 1.35% at minimum. Okay, I can show you the similar gap on QQQ. If I go to regular trading hours, there was a gap here yesterday as well on QQQ. So from where we closed yesterday to that gap is around, say, think 1.333235%. So that's what I'm thinking for. And again, going back to NQ, so looking for a bounce from these levels around 1.3% pump. Now, it doesn't need to happen. I will be looking to see if once I go to this red zone, we'll see first target is this neutral line around 0.44, then the final target is around here 0.97, let's say 1%. So once we are here, then I will probably look to take profits and exit. I won't wait for the whole gap fill, but that can happen. So keep an eye out. That's what I'm planning to trade today. MES, you can see same thing here, now trying to bounce, going back into the red zone. That's what they're trying to do. Bitcoin here also, you can see here also in the buy zone for a while and now trying to go higher. But again, look to take profits around 115K. So that's what's happening. So let's look at long-term chart, guys. Please hit the like button. I'll really appreciate that. And subscribe this channel and share it with friends and family. This is a MES long-term chart. You can see this zone is not an ideal zone. We are getting a pullback, could be coming back to this orange line. So that's where it could be coming and bottoming. Keeping an eye on RSI as well. We'll see if it's going to turn from here or it's going to come back to this green line, which means there's more sell-off coming and then it will bounce. So it's a very important session and we'll see which way it goes. So let's look at daily chart now. S&P 500 got a 9 count sell signal a couple of days ago. Now going down. Now there is a gap here, very close to that, filling that gap. I don't know if it's going to be filled today or they're going to bounce from here. It's sitting right on this 10 moving average green line yesterday's session, and that gap is around 0.4%. This is live market. Live market is actually bouncing from 20 moving average, so there was more decline overnight and now trying to bounce here. SPY, you can see here kind of flat 0.8%, could be going lower to around 636 and it could bounce. And in terms of Nasdaq, so Nasdaq had a gap which was filled. I removed it from here, so it was a 1 hour gap somewhere here. Here you go, this gap up, which happened. They filled it yesterday. Okay, same thing on triple Q. You can see. Okay, I have to now get rid of trading hours. You can see there was a gap here. They filled it yesterday, and also we got a nice 7 counts buy signal end of day yesterday. So again, going back to NDX daily chart, it's sitting right on this 20 moving average. However, the live market went below that, and let's see if it's gonna bounce. Now, if I go to 1 hour chart, what I would like to see is some divergences. So it made a new low, equal low. I don't see any divergence yet. So if we come back down to this previous low overnight 23,300, then there will be divergences forming, and that could be a pretty good buy. But no guarantees it's going to go there yet. So we'll see. Also, if you draw some kind of a trend line on Nasdaq, you can see it's quite possible we are sitting somewhere. If you do like a trend line like this, there is some support here. Okay, so it's quite possible we are back on this support. So uh, let's see how market behaves today. Okay, and triple Q, the top gap is around 576. There's also one bottom gap here. That's where 2050 moving average is also coming. So that gap is around here 555-ish area. NDX, that gap is, let it load. That gap is here around 22,800. All right. Bitcoin. All right. So Bitcoin getting a 7 counts buy signal as I'm talking. Went actually, it made an equal low, not equal low, slightly above that, But this signal is telling me that we are making a short-term bottom, getting ready for a rally. Also, you want to see if I draw a rectangle, there's quite a possibility we could be coming a little lower to test this previous high, or we could be bottoming right now. So keep that in mind. This is daily. One of the subscribers asked me to check weekly. So let's do a weekly chart, and you can see on weekly what's happening right now is price is going higher on getting an 8 count sell signal on weekly. So weekly is saying we could be getting more downside, but you can see here there is divergence also happening. Let me get the right tool to show you here. Yeah, you can see RSI is making lower high, PPO is making lower high. So momentum is losing as price is going higher, but that doesn't really mean much. Ideal zone would be to buy around this touch of this 50 moving averages, which is around 93, but who knows when that's going to happen. Okay, so weekly is saying we could go a little lower with 8 count sell signal also looming here. Inversely, you can see here we got buy signal 7 8 counts and then we bounce. So we have to keep an eye on and see how it goes. And monthly monthly is, I think there's no point. Even monthly has some divergences, but monthly I don't think we need to worry right now. It looks very overbought. So eventually we'll get a pullback. Eventually we'll get a pullback, but we don't know when exactly. It could be another high that before we get. So I think it's better to check weekly, keep an eye. Weekly sitting on this 10 moving average, so that could be acting as a support. Daily saying we are probably bottoming very soon for another run higher. Ethereum, similar story. Ethereum had a gap here. Actually, this you can see here, it's filled now, so we can delete it. There's another possibility of coming to 3800 area to find support, or we could be bottoming here right now. BTC, there's no gap. The other thing is if it breaks here, then it could be coming below 100K around 97K. So that's also a possibility. So keep that in mind as well. Okay, I got rid of Tesla with little profit yesterday because I wanted to go in TQQ, triple X leverage ETFs. So I told that to my subscribers. But again, Tesla is again nothing wrong, nothing broken on Tesla. Back on this breakout back test, so nothing changed on this. Okay, so could be still back testing this before it pumps higher. Apart from that, there were a lot of sell-offs. Apple 9 count sell signal. Yesterday we had nvda down 3%, broke below this 20 moving average. So it really needs to recover it today. So let's see if it can recover, because this was a pretty scary sell-off. Avgo also had a couple of days of crazy sell-off. Could be coming to fill this gap at 290. Actually, it is sitting there right now. No, sorry, it bounced. So if it fills, then that could be ready. So there is a gap here which can help Nasdaq to go higher. A, a gap to fill on avgo. Nvidia had no gaps to fill. Let's look at some of the big stock. Microsoft is looking green already, so could be getting ready for a push higher. Google has no gap. Amazon has also gap down yesterday, so it could be helping too. Meta also has a big gap here at the top. So Meta also is a good trade because eventually they're going to fill that gap, which is about 4.34% higher. Netflix also had a couple of gaps up. Apple definitely have more gaps to go, more room to go. So we'll see which way market goes today. Toronto Stock Exchange also pulling back. Hang Seng Index recovering, holding it here. Bond market had a nice recovery yesterday. 7 counts buy signal still continue to recover and bounce, so that looks good. Commodities, crude oil, all right, back in this zone here. So could be bottoming, but again, let's see if anything comes from Trump administration. If there is a uh, ceasefire on war, then this could dump more. So crude oil is in a bad position. Natural gas almost filled this gap, so could be going a little lower more to fill this gap at 2.78. Gold is finally bouncing. Looks like dollar might be selling, yeah. So gold also 7 counts buy signal now trying to bounce here. Silver similar story. Copper bear flag. Sugar finally bouncing. Wheat also continuing its bounce from a couple of days ago. And then corn is in a buy zone right now. Dollar index DXY is looking weak, not able to close above these 50 moving average yellow line. So let's see what it does. And in terms of growth stocks, Palantir had a really bad day yesterday. Big sell-off. Today also selling off with a gap down. Probably they're going to recover this gap as market opens. So that's what I think is going to happen. Celestica, similar story. Looking for this gap fill, earnings gap fill. Shopify also coming back to filling this gap. Uh, AMD also big down day yesterday, trying to fill some of these gaps. So looks like they are pushing most of these stocks down. Um, because they probably want to pump from October till December. So they want it to go down now so they can pump it later, it looks like. So keep an eye on all these. Wix, after 7 counts, buy signal going higher. Here after 7 counts went higher and topped above 20. So let's see if this is 1 hour chart. Again, gapping higher. So, and here gap lower. So we'll keep an eye on how things behave today. But VIX is building momentum. You can see keep going lower with higher PPO, higher RSI. But if it crashes back below 14, then market is going lower. But right now VIX is showing there could be more volatility ahead. So that's it for today, guys. Let's see how things shape up. Please hit the like button on your way out. And if you want to know more about the levels and stocks I'm buying and selling, these levels and what I'm buying and selling, please subscribe to my channel. There is a bottom left description, bottom left in the channel join button. Join it. Let me know user ID, and I will move you to member section on Discord channel. Comment with your user ID in the video bottom, and then I will move you. Thank you. Bye.